Hey guys, Zolan here, back with another review, and today we're having a look at the Hero Factory Brain Attack Wave... Brain Attack? Brain Attack, excuse me, Wave 2, or Part 2 as I call it. Today we're having a look at Aquagon, and I think this guy's pretty awesome, but some people don't. But having a look at the instruction manual as we move him over a bit. There we go. Here you go. Mini comic. Tells you how to display the pieces. He has 16 pages of building. I looked this over, and yeah, it stops on page 19. And there's the piece count, the app, the 400 points, blah blah blah. This plus this equals that. You learn math, not even in school yet, unless you're in Florida, I suppose. Then it advertises Dragon Bolt, Stormer, and Frost Beast, which I already reviewed last week. So it's actually been a week since I reviewed a set, but with all the uploads lately, it seems like a long time. But I keep checking out Dragon Bolt. He's looking to be a pretty decent set, and then Crazy Wind Kid on the back. Who cares? Having a look at the packaging. It's a bag, kind of like a Ziploc baggie with a fancy picture on it. Hero Factory logo, Lego logo. You can see the eyes of the brain now, unlike Frost Beasts. You can see attack and half a B. Ages 6 to 12, 41 pieces, set number 44013. Excuse me. Pieces slash pizzazz. Brain, Aquagon, times 1 brain, of course. That'd be interesting if one was mispacked, got 2 brains. And then Evo plus Aquagon equals Super Evo, or as I like to call it, Monster Hunter Evo, because they basically take pieces from these things and, yeah, give them super tough armor. And I actually found this out. It does have an indentation on where to cut the bag, so it's not a pain in the neck. Then brain goes on top of head, and how to use the hero core. That's it for the bag. On to the figure. Now let's zoom in a bit. Just enough so we can get started here. Excuse the zooming issues I'm having right now. My camera's just an iPad, so I simply slide the camera up. There. Here's Aquagon. This guy is cool. I know a lot of people aren't too fond of him. They call him the XT4 or the Scarox of the wave, which I can see that. I can see that a lot. Taking a look at his head first. Face. Taking a look at his face. Sit. More of a vampire than a fish. He's meant to be a fish man, due to the name Aquagon, not to get confused with Aqualung, the Jethro Tull song. I'm getting old, but yeah, I'm getting a nice close up of that face. Pretty nice sculpt work there. Yeah, I definitely could see this being a vampire mock if someone were to repaint it gray and give the black brain to it, which I almost ordered this guy online to get the black brain, but I chose to wait a bit, and I found him at Kmart, of all places. And like I said, he's got a blue brain, a darker blue than Frost Beast, who we'll bring out here later for a size comparison. And he also has the blue head. Not to show you his crotch or anything, but there it is. I know my friend Grushlord asked me about that, so there it is. He's also got these nice blue swords. I'm tempted to get the Chima set, what was it, Chi Warriors, because not only does it actually look pretty decent compared to the Marvel and DC ones, it's got a red version of this, which I think is cool. I would totally use that for like a self-mock or something like that. As you all remember, my Nemesis guy from last year, he was kind of my self-mock, because he's big monster guy. guess you could say it was a Von Nebula revamp. But that Worry set also comes with a gray version of Frostbeast's sword. Like I said, bring out later for comparison. And then I like how they hooked the brain up to one of these, but I think it sticks out a little too much. Not only this, but I don't know if the brain is in there all the way. I mean, there's still a good chunk of rubber sticking out there. So I don't know if I'll have to see if I can get that in there more, but for the moment it's staying in. And then I like these pieces on the shoulders. I call them the banana pads, because these things totally look like bananas sticking out of his shoulders. The little ones just look like yellow teeth that need to be brushed. Just saying. And then he's got little seaweed detailing on his feet. These are actually, I believe these were spines for the Paracta mini figures, which I had a cousin who had one of those. I should have saw if I could find it anywhere, but no. I remember he had the set in the box, so I didn't want to open it and potentially lose everything, because I wasn't a Lego nut at this current time, but now I am. But Aquagon here, articulation, he's got a little bit more in the knees due to the way they're constructed, so he can swivel all around and then hinge and tilt. He's got the same standard articulation otherwise. He's got a neck and a head, so double jointed neck, I suppose. He's also got ball jointed shoulders, hinge in the elbows with a bit of a rocker, I guess, with a bit of a tilt, I guess. And then he's also got the same deal in his hands that he would have in his feet, which are basically ball joints, and you can, of course, tilt them however you wish. And then he's also got ball jointed hips. So, standard Hero Factory articulation. Let's bring in some figures to do a size comparison as we zoom out here. Moving him over a little more. Here we go. Here is Frost Beast, my favorite set from the wave. I don't know, I have to see Dragon Bolt. He's looking to be more and more cool every time I see him. And of course Frost Beast is on camera. But doing a brain comparison, never thought I'd say that. His is darker than Frost Beast, so that's always interesting. But Frost Beast, of course, is taller, and the piece I mentioned earlier was this. I'm seriously tempted to get that Chi Worries guy now. And then here's the other small guy from Brain Attack Wave 1, the underdog of that wave, which he wasn't a bad figure, he just needed work. Here is Scarox, and his foot is screwed up. Should have fixed him before I brought him on camera, but he's knocking everyone around. But there's Scarox. I believe he is taller than, yeah, he's taller because of the extra little ball joint holding that piece of armor on made his legs a bit longer, so that's how that goes, and his arms fell back. This Scarox guy isn't bad, but freaking, I don't like the arms being loose. Kind of annoys me. Just a little bit. And Aquagon also has another feature. You can take his swords and connect them. Although I don't think he would hold them like this. I think he would have to swap it around, make it kind of like a Rock-Shi position. But there you go. I prefer to have one in the back, one in the front like this. And that makes for a pretty cool display, which I'll probably do because it'll take up less space than the cool pose I had him in. And this side tends to steal the black pig from this side, so we'll flip it over and stick it in that way. Get them all adjusted here. These joints are really tight too, so they don't even need the little. He doesn't even need those little gray bits. Tighten up the joints there, but that is Aquagon. So overall, I would say pick this dude up. I mean, he's also got clear bits on his shoulders as well, which I know mockers just eat up the clear pieces. They love them. And yeah, so that's about all I have to say. And before I go, time for the shout out of the review. I've got tons of these pieces of paper chilling on the toy box, but opening up Aquagon's bag, shout out goes to PlanetBrick. He's a friend. I talked to him about the Voltic set, which came out last year for Breakout Part 2, so Brain Attack Part 2 kind of sort of worked. Yeah, I think you should check him out, give him a sub. He's a pretty good reviewer. He does all sorts of stuff. Right now I think he's got a giveaway going on, so you might want to get on that. But I'll post a link to his channel in the description below. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed my review, the Hero Factory Brain Attack Wave 2, Part 2, Aquagon. Overall, he's a nice set. I say pick him up. Regular retail, I would say, if you want. If not, just wait for it to go on clearance. So, yeah, that's about all I have to say. And don't forget to comment, like, share, favorite this video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to help me out. I am also on Facebook and Twitter. And, of course, I will sub you back. Not to forget that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Till next time, see you guys later. Peace!